Hello. Is there anything wrong with what I'm doing by making videos like this and making myself well known throughout the world as Miss Kathleen Prasovich, Miss Prissy Incorporated worldwide, and Jesus Christ, his returned master of only begotten Son by the Holy Father and our joined Spirit in between. This is why, if you believe in God's Word and my preaching, that you will know it is extreme blasphemy to ignore my Holy Spirit and what God and I have connected together in the Father and his Son by our miraculous return. It is exactly what you're thinking, and the same with me, what I'm thinking, that it's the opposite of a natural disaster. It's a beautiful healing. It's a promise of truth fulfilled. And the audit, Mr. Domino, is extremely serious to me. It also applies to the other mail that came in my box today by the Postman of Canada. The Pizza Company are up for the same grabs in God's kingdom of heaven and should be fair trading with me as buying themselves a membership. Each one, Google it, folks and people. Google how many pizza places there are, and also how many Domino's locations throughout the world. How many countries? Are they just North American? Are they just national? Or are they worldwide? Did they start maybe in Europe? It's hard to say. I just know that pizza and Italian people go hand in hand, which is great. I have discrimination for no one because I know that my big Russian nose is the same kind of pose. No matter which way I turn, I want people to respect me as a Polish lady, a Russian lady, a Canadian lady, a character of any sort. I love Italians. I love Mexican, Spanish people. I love Muslims. I love Hindu people and East Indians. I love Central American Indians and people of all walks of life, Chinese, Japanese, all the Orients, there's a lot, Philippines, and Thailand people. Oh my goodness, really, I was an honors student in geography and my travel and tourism. I have mentioned it before to people that never really worked in the industry one way, but I am working now in the other, and it really pays off to know a lot about the world. And I should have a world map as big as the wall I'm looking around at. I really think people who make maps are incredible. Thank you for writing so small, being so accurate, always being so incredibly updated with map information. It's nothing that I could do with my own hands as much as you have taken the will to put such extreme effort into creating something so necessary as a map. Thanks again. Coming back to the mail outs, and oh my Lord, the advertising these companies of food put into, what a large write-off they think. I'm warning you, cautioning you, explaining that in my Father's house, he sees more necessary expenditures, and one of them is to pay his only begotten Son. Oh my God is just 3 words. You people, I believe, are in trouble. Even if it's just for the fact that you keep advertising and not paying me, that's one reason. But you're being extremely foolish Everybody knows around the world about Domino's Pizza and Pizza, and I'll give you a third one to take into effect. It fell on the floor. Burgers, King Burgers. There's pizza companies, and then there's burger drive-through companies. Burger King is the other form of free not. You, as people of the world, have signed your entitlement of fairness, of equal sharing. The pie is a world. The world is a pie. There's how many people in the world today as a human? Age is irrelevant, and nationality is irrelevant. Size of your body is irrelevant. Size of your account net worth is irrelevant. Size of your big mouth is mine. What you do, what you say, your health situation, your health, what the doctor would say, good, bad, in between, what is your health level is irrelevant. It doesn't matter. The fact that matters is that you're alive and you have a name. And I will pay you according to your age, says God. I'm still keeping that because I haven't found anything that is more accurate in order to pay a man from birth until death. That they should not argue, but they should praise the Holy Father with me as his son in charge. And so I believe you men of company owners that these businesses should be Googled and audited at the same time. Look how far back. I'm asking my Better Business Bureau of Kingdom of Heaven owners of membership. None of you are. So therefore, I have not got the staff signed yet, but just in case my beautiful dream of fantasy comes true, says Jesus Christ in the Returned Master of Kathleen Forsovich, then I'm cautioning you to be prepared that these write-offs will not go unnoticed as not paying me instead. They will definitely be in my Father's books, and they could go against your account, and that's how I make you in enforcement with my government to be a poor man and born that way, and so sad, but you'll get over it. You'll learn to love yourself, and you'll learn to love your life, and you'll learn to appreciate everything and anything that is good, and you'll notice the good from the bad, and you'll realize why the Holy Book was written the way it is, and you'll see people around you of wealth, and you'll say, oh, would that ever be nice? And you'll see people that are poor around you, and you'll say, oh, I know we're in this together. And then you'll see people that are sick, and then you'll see people that are healthy, and you'll see people crying, and then you'll see people laughing. You'll see everything through the eyes of God, whether rich or poor. We're not discriminative in God's kingdom of heaven. But we do stand with a very huge court, whom is fair to stick up for all men, and all humanity is regarded as valuable, and the same net worth will apply in any case of breaking our laws and obeying our laws. Yes, I'll say it again. Burger King never got enough of advertising from Jesus here. They've been in function a lot of years. I love looking back and saying, oh my goodness, the 1800s. That's a long time. You people have really dedicated your work to God, and I value it. I think it's just extremely amazing, and I realize it really does take that long to get a professional business set up. I know with my Prissy Incorporated how I hardly have done anything yet, and how would I expect to have buyers and to have people even buying my CD, as I say again, just in love with what you can make, because why? It's an original. It's worth so much. Me as Kathleen Forsovich knows exactly what God is thinking and what man is thinking. How incredible that you would invent something that I could never even think of. I could never put my hands to work because you have two separate hands. thank you again for what you've created and put for sale in this world, that man should enjoy your products and services. Well done, says Jesus. And again, my beautiful handmade ties, I just know how much they mean to me. I've often tossed it back and forth. Should I throw it in for the same price? Is the guy going to throw it in the garbage right away as soon as he walks away with the CD? Thank you for buying it, and then please give it back to me if you're going to throw it in the garbage. I've seen it so many times, but still, I think, Kathleen, that's kind of rude. Don't say it. Just say, sir, I know that this is a one and only tie. I make many of them. For example, if I want to put one on each of my CDs, it is an original. Nobody can make copies of this twist tie, of this CD tie, of this hand braided tie for your CD to stay together. Even if the plastic breaks, you can hold it together and make sure that the CD doesn't fall out. Many times, you know what I'm thinking. And one of them is, if you see a CD on the ground, for example, just the round part that you play, the actual hard copy inside of the case, makes you always wonder, was somebody that careless? Is it broken? Does it maybe only have one scratch on it? What a waste. And still, I think if it involves only one song with one skip, don't throw it out. How could anybody? And so I always think these things are so precious and what they mean to me. I can hardly say enough about the food chains, how much they spend on advertising. So the three I mentioned, Pizza Pizza, oh, Domino's, and our dear Burger King. So make sure you know that when you sign to my kingdom of heaven, I may not push you for it. I'm going to be salivating that you're paying me money. I'm going to take that first and say I'm not going to lose you as a wanting and paying member, an interested person who puts the money out and is deciding to leave it with me, their signature and their payment. I'm not going to very fast throw that in the garbage and say you can't come. I'm going to say definitely. But just so that you know, there's other policies that are involved. I may have to audit you. I don't know when. That's why I'm telling people you really have nothing to lose. Life goes by, spends itself off, time enters one day after another, and your life and body grows old, and it's finished after that. I'm sorry. I said that not as sweetly as I'd like to say about how quickly the years can fly by in time, and you didn't have anything to worry about. I never audited you. Why? Because I had too much other work to do. And plus, I didn't want to push you to sadness. I was just so happy that you're a paying member. You kept gambling with Jesus, and it paid off. My mercy is great. So I'm just giving you the heads up. You have nothing to lose, even by being a really over the Richter scale type of businessman and business chains. Maybe you own 10 of them. And you're thinking, oh, sheesh, should I really be admitting to this with my real name on my birth certificate, or should I just hide under Domino's or Burger King? Or I've got a few more on the list that I maybe should mention. Wendy's, McDonald's, what's his name? Harvey's, Swiss Chalet. Oh, what's that big Oriental chain that I never get to eat at? Is it called, it starts with an M. And you see them by the big malls. They're really good. It's a buffet. And if I had one of their advertisings in my hand, I would name it. And I probably will come back with another video and or more of what I found in my mailbox, a weekly flyer from Fortino's, No Frills, and Loblaws, and the Real Canadian store is usually in there. This is what I found in the recycling bin that other people threw their brand new one out. before today was the first day. There's more. There's about 4 or 5 of these. I'm going to shut the video off so I don't lose it, but I will come back for more, and hopefully you will be there too. Bye-bye.